not an icon or an obstacle, and I will run you down.
I'm tired of being humble. I'm tired of letting people think they got a chance. The tribal chief is head and shoulders above everybody.
Hey guys, we're here at Toss Ring Scandal. We're at the locker room. We'll talk about why Triple H has jealousy with Hulk Hogan, the real rivalry, Hulk Hogan and Triple H. Now, we know that Hulk Hogan and Triple H had a rivalry dated back to 2002. This is when Triple H was the Undisputed WWE Champion or WWF Champion at the time. You know, Triple H, he had the injury he tore his quad back in 2001. He will return, of course, make his comeback, and he will be in the 2002 Royal Rumble, which he will win. He will go into WrestleMania to fight Chris Jericho for the Undisputed title and win it at WrestleMania 18. But the thing about it is, people don't remember that because that was overshadowed by Hulk Hogan versus The Rock, which was also at WrestleMania 18, which we know was the main event and was the match that everybody was talking about when Hulk Hogan started in WrestleMania 18 as a heel, and he later became a babyface being cheered by the crowd. However, due to that reception of Hulk Hogan being cheered by the fans, even though he lost at WrestleMania 18 to The Rock, Triple H and Hulk Hogan would later have a match announced by Vince McMahon that Hulk Hogan would compete and challenge Triple H for the Undisputed title. And with that being said, there was a clip there of when Hulk Hogan made the announcement and had a promo with Triple H regarding the Undisputed title, and also Triple H responded to Hulk Hogan, and also the real rivalry, the real professional jealousy Triple H had for Hulk Hogan, calling him a dinosaur, and also later on referencing losing that championship to Hulk Hogan, which he did lose at Backlash 2002. Let's check more about it here.
As far as Hogan goes, I was just as surprised as you were, Hunter, when Vince McMahon made the match Triple H versus Hollywood Hulk Hogan for the Undisputed World Wrestling Federation Championship at Backlash. You know, brother, I thought it couldn't get any bigger than WrestleMania 1, when myself and Mr. T teamed up and punked out Orndorff and his partner Piper. And then I thought it couldn't get any bigger than WrestleMania 3, with 94,000 fans screaming, I pressed Andre the Giant over my head and beat him right in the middle of the ring. I thought it couldn't get any bigger than WrestleMania 18, when I took on The Rock. The fans brought Hulkamania back. The fans have surprised me more than anything else in my life. And oh yeah, Hunter, Hulkamania is back, brother. But it doesn't get any bigger than the Undisputed title. So if these fans believe in me,
And they do. And they should.
and these fans believe I deserve a shot, well then, brother, I'm gonna take it. In that ring, when you step in the ring with me for the Undisputed World Wrestling Federation Championship, and you look across that ring and you look in my eye, you're not immortal, you're not an icon, You are just like everybody else. You are an obstacle, and I will run you down.
I can imagine.
That's the sound right there. That sound. People chanting, Triple H, Triple H. You don't think I heard that crap 3 weeks ago? When that DX music hits, I heard each and every one of you erupt. And that's why I did it. That's why I did it, Sean. Because it's that same sickening sound that's been eating away at me for the last 8 damn months. That sound, Triple H, that made me sick, that made me soft, that made me weak to the point where I would get beat by an old piece of crap like Hulk Hogan.
Magazine. And they said, what do you think of Hulk Hogan and the Macho Man? And he says, well, they're great, but they are dinosaurs.
Now, that was, of course, a setup of Hulk Hogan versus Triple H at Backlash 2002 for the Undisputed title. Now, Hulk Hogan stated that he was just as surprised as everyone else is, including Triple H, when he found out he would be the #1 contender for Triple H's Undisputed title, despite just finishing his rivalry with The Rock at WrestleMania 18. Now, he said that due to the history of Hulkamania, his star power, he said that he mentioned all the big events of his career, dating back to WrestleMania 1, talking about when he teamed with Mr. T. He also talked about at WrestleMania 3, where he pressed Andre the Giant over his head in one of the biggest WrestleManias to this day. Then he referenced WrestleMania 18, he thought was the biggest moment of his career. But then he later said, you know what? It doesn't get any bigger than the Undisputed Championship, in which Hulk Hogan was right. And he said if the fans want him to win it, and if that's what the opportunity presents itself to him, then Hulk Hogan's going to take it. When Triple H responded, he said, you know what? You're not a legend. You're not an icon. You are just like everybody else that comes in my way. You are an obstacle, and I will run you down. Meaning, Triple H will do anything and go through anyone to win and keep his Undisputed Championship. The sad part about it is Triple H had just won the championship, like I said, at WrestleMania 18. He lost at Backlash 2002 due to outside interference from The Undertaker, of course, and then Hogan and Undertaker have an interaction. And Hulk Hogan hit the leg drop on Triple H and win the match and become the brand new Undisputed Champion. Thing about it is Triple H run was only for 35 days. Might as well be one of the shortest title reigns of Triple H's 14-time being champion. Those are one of his shortest runs. So I know professionally Triple H did not agree with that move. He was not happy about that. And I know he felt some type of way about that. Now, that was back at Backlash, I want to say April 2002. When you heard the second promo, this is when Triple H went to Raw, and he was a heel at this point. This is when he first turned on Shawn Michaels to return to the company. They had a fake DX reunion where he pedigreed Shawn Michaels in a setup for a SummerSlam 2002 match. So that was a match that was at August of that year. And thing about it is, when he talked about that promo and he mentioned Shawn Michaels and DX, how he was better than Shawn Michaels and he was going to end him and all that, he made it his business to reference losing to Hulk Hogan back in April 2002, which was literally 4 or 5 months prior to this feud. Hulk Hogan had nothing to do with the Shawn Michaels Triple H feud. This was about Shawn Michaels Triple H over the DX, their history, you know, being real life friends and everything, and not being friends anymore on storyline. So the fact he went out his way to mention Hulk Hogan and mention that he lost to an old piece of crap like Hulk Hogan, that let me know right there Triple H has some hatred, some professional jealousy, I would say, towards Hulk Hogan. And he was still upset that he had to lose the Undisputed Championship to Hulk Hogan after WrestleMania, that he did win, beating Chris Jericho at Backlash 2002. So that lets me know right there that Triple H was still feeling some type of way about Hulk Hogan. And then he later on, there is also the clip of mention that he called Hulk Hogan and Macho Man Randy Savage dinosaurs. So my thing with Triple H with Hulk Hogan, I see a pattern with Triple H. I believe Triple H being the great wrestler that he is, the Hall of Famer, the great career that he has had, he is not a superstar or a megastar. Triple H is a wrestler, and I believe Triple H, since he is a wrestler, he has a big issue with major superstars of the company, Hulk Hogan being one of them. Another example is The Rock, and I will also say even superstars after him like Roman Reigns and John Cena. He has an issue with those, man, because he knows that they have star power. They don't have to do as much work in the ring wise compared to a wrestler like himself, who never really was the major guy. Triple H was always the number 2 guy. He was either behind Stone Cold and The Rock, he was behind John Cena, whatever the case may be with Triple H. Now, don't get me wrong, Triple H, despite the professional jealousy he may have for superstars, meaning Hulk Hogan as well, he will always put aside that jealousy and do what's right for business. Now, we've seen Triple H, he brought Hulk Hogan in. He had him recently for the Raw Netflix debut. I know Hulk Hogan was booed. There are clips of Triple H giving Hulk Hogan his flowers and everything, honoring him. He said this in interviews that Hulk Hogan's a big icon and the legend that he is. But it don't change the fact that Triple H, you have some... You hating on Hulk Hogan, and you hating on him because despite Hulk Hogan, what he's done outside of the ring, despite what's the backlash that he's had, the controversy, you name it, Hulk Hogan will always be one of the biggest names in wrestling. He will always have that star power, whether you like it or not. And that's just the whole thing with when it comes down to Hulk Hogan. He will always have that star power that you just cannot change. Now, even though Triple H may have professional jealousy against Hulk Hogan, Triple H will always try to do what's best for the brand and do what's best to bring any legend, Hall of Famer, any name into WWE, as long as they come to agreement on both sides. We have seen that. He has made amends with CM Punk. He's made amends with others. You know, we seen him and Bret Hart. Bret Hart recently was in WWE on Monday Night Raw. So, with that being said, it does not mean just because Triple H don't like Hogan professionally doesn't mean he don't like him personally. I don't think it's to the point where Triple H did not like Hulk Hogan on a personal level. I highly doubt that. It's just it's wrestling, pro wrestling is an ego-driven business. We see it all the time. It's always a certain wrestler who feel like he's better than the other one, or another certain wrestler who feel he's better than that star, or better than everyone. It's just everybody's out for their own when it comes to wrestling every day. Because we have to remember, even though WWE, they all do their best to work together as a team, it does come down to individual stats and as an individual cinema, sports entertainment, whatever you want to call the genre of wrestling. But that's what it is at the end of the day. And that's all I have for why Triple H has jealousy with Hulk Hogan. And we're talking about the real rivalry between Triple H and Hulk Hogan. You guys let me know what you think about this whole thing. If you guys knew this information or not, I'd like to hear in the comment section below. Until then, you guys already know what it is. Check out the 2 videos shortly. OUT.